Thank you for.
Cataphract is narked, so what we'll be seeing now is absolutely a slow target moving.
And the
Dark
Cataphract
Mob
is down.
This is going to be a kill. And it looks like that Raven is trying to maneuver for another narc shot, which he will take, but he did not get. They're going to try to put all their damage on that Raven, eliminate their spotter immediately, and I'd say that is their best bet at victory here. See what they can do. If they can eliminate the Stalker's ability to take indirect fire, they can actually use their maneuverability to circle around those Stalkers and do damage to them when they cannot return fire. So that would be a good opportunity here to seize.
It looks like homewreckers are definitely posting up in the wall. We're sorry we didn't post to see the video, guys. Oh, I'm so sorry. But at least you can see it now, so we're good, I think.
Yeah, it was a radio show for a little bit.
Yeah, it was. Hey, at least hopefully we're good commentators, so we can help you know what's going.
Looks like these are the first Grunwald here are actually surrounded, and they are waiting on this side of D2. They're using their seismic sensor on Viscera to go ahead and get that Raven on target. And the
Taj is narked. Oh. But before that
back out though, and all the missiles fly. It looks like we might have another kill on our hands here. If he's
Nessus
not out,
goes down.
He's down. That's 2 remaining, but there's no narc beacons out. That means no more indirect fire is going to come until somebody gets a contact. Now it looks like there's that tag on that Stalker. He's going to keep a lock on Viscera, and he'll take him down. Even as he approached that minimum range of LRMs where they would not detonate and do any damage, he just barely didn't make it, and he took all the fire from that Stalker and just couldn't stay up. So it looks like it's going to be up to the Cicada now, or the Highlander.
Oh, the Highlander's pushing up really close. Those missiles.
Hell, the Jaegermech even has LRMs.
He's trying to walk through the curtain and get up in close, and he might actually be able to do enough damage. If he can stay close enough that they are only limited to their close range weapons and use all that armor on that Highlander to negate all the damage they can put out at this range, he has a chance here. But I think they're going to be able to coordinate strikes from the front and back too effectively.
Oh, and Taj goes down.
Homewreckers take the first game of this match.
That
was
awesome
impressive.
match.
What an excellent play. What an excellent play by the Homewreckers to field that indirect fire with such an effective spotter. And that's interesting to see a Raven as the spotter. The Raven is not the fastest light mech, you may know. And
yeah, but
if all they were looking for was the narc, the true reason they probably brought the Raven was to field a little bit more firepower on their scout.
yeah, probably. And plus, I think the Raven has a little bit more armor than some of the others, doesn't it?
Right. That's right. It's a little bit stronger of a light mech. It's it fights like a medium and maneuvers like a medium, but it's it weighs the same as a light, and so it gives you that advantage in your lower weight class.
And all right, they have switched sides and 10 minutes to switch up their mechs. I'm actually gonna head down there and let them know.
So it seems like First Grunwald doesn't really want to be fielding clan mechs, or at least fielding against clan mechs, as we've seen.
Now, did either team field clan mechs at this point? Did they decide not to? Because I remember the Homewreckers elected not to in our game.
Ah, so neither of the teams have fielded clan mechs yet then, because I remember that First Grunwald didn't do any clan mechs either.
That's right, so it looks like they're sticking to their trusted Inner Sphere builds for this tournament.
Well,
long time tested.
Well, even that Jaegermech had LRMs. Holy crap!
Yeah, they were really wanting to take the indirect fire position, and that's interesting because we were speaking just before this game and all yesterday about how indirect fire was probably just not going to be the way with this tournament. In fact, I just went on a 2-3-minute diatribe about how indirect fire just overexposes your team and lets you take too much damage. And the fact is, we just saw that scout get killed in that way I was talking about, but dude, the LRMs can just put on so much fire in that 30 seconds it takes to kill your scout that a 4-man team can be completely eliminated.
Yeah, and I mean, and it looks like they're actually going to start a new lobby.
Okay.
I mean, both these teams are really good. This is an awesome round.
Yeah, I'm very excited to be here to experience all this.
I know. So just a little bit of talk about spectator mode. I think some people were talking about it in the chat. That was loaned to us graciously by PGI. Since those guys over there are so cool, they decided to help us out. And we've got they and No Gusto Galaxy did sponsor us to get a reward at the end. So there is a small reward for these guys if they win, and but they did let us use spectator mode. It is sort of still in like alpha or beta, and so it's not available
it's
to
a
the public
closed
yet.
private beta. I
Yeah,
know that like the No Guts No Galaxy guys do have access to it, and they are working closely with PGI. They've actually presented a design document that PGI is now using to design the public access to spectator mode. So
Well, yeah.
It'll get better, guys.
And right now, we're trying to compensate for it not showing the IFF tags. So we're going to try to let you know what mechs we're referring to when we say stalker or names. We'll try to say what the actual mech is, so that way you can look for that mech instead of looking for names.
Well, and it certainly helped that today I knew where both teams were at all times.
Yeah.
Yesterday, oh man, who was it? The drunken samurai. They were moving all over the map, and without the IFF tags, I sort of lost them a couple times.
Yeah, it helps if we'll just have to stick kind of low anyways, just so we can get some good shots of these guys firing. Like that last round, you did some pretty good camera work, so that was good. I think we're gonna.
I had some even better camera work when you couldn't see it.
If you could, oh yeah, fuck yeah, watch out for that. But if you could get close focus on an entire lance, and then pan out so that your close foreground is on one either left or right frame, and then pan out so that the other team is on the opposite left or right frame, and then get their exchange of fire in the center frame. That'd be an excellent way to position the camera if you're not already doing that.
Yeah, that's certainly what I'm trying to.
Perfect. That's what we want. That's exactly it.
All right, we should get an invite soon.
And of course, I'm always trying to get that rain of lerms just hitting that Highlander in the face.
Slamming in.
We've got they've got about 7 minutes left. So, I mean, how about that? We were just talking about LRMs, and I mean, really though, we were worried about it because it does require a dedicated mech, and the Highlander, I don't know, I'm not sure who that was, who pushed up on them, but I mean that's the weakness of it. They were all dedicated LRM boats, but the Jaeger mech was their only defense. He was put there to defend them, but those stalkers, I mean, those things could take a beating.
Well, and if you have sort of a 1-on-3, like what happened in this last round, the 3 can just spread out, and even though one LRM boat might be disabled just because of range, you've got 2 LRM boats wailing on you continuously, especially in the open areas of Caustic Valley.
Yeah, but I mean, we may see. In fact, I already know First Grunwald is definitely going to switch up their build a little bit to protect themselves against LRMs. I mean, I don't know. I think it'll work once. It won't work again if they prepare for it. I mean, if they grab some AMS, just change up their tactics. I mean, this we may see a really quick brawl here. If they'll probably rush in to keep from LRM fire.
Right. All right, still waiting for invite.
Yeah, they've got probably about 5 more minutes. Yeah, they were doing really well with marking targets. Was that Riot and the Raven? I think it was.
I believe you're correct.
Yeah, he was marking targets really well. I mean, in fact, before he even died, he managed to narc 2 targets right before he died, and that right there was his dying move, and it won for them.
Yeah, that's what killed the cicada.
That's a huge show of skill. That instead of trying to focus on exfiltrating from his disadvantageous position where he's taking a huge amount of fire as the scout and just firing off his lasers and trying to escape, he had the coolness under fire to go ahead and fire off those accurate narc shots that brought in the spotted fire, which that's a true spotter pilot right there. That's your light pilot skill coming out, is when you focus on still being a scout, even as your life is being whittled away.
Yeah, and it looks like Homewreckers have changed up their build. I did just get an invite. I'm gonna tell them to invite you, Ike. I mean, they have changed up their build. I don't. How heavy is the stalker? 90?
85.
80? Oh, okay. Way more.
Highlander's 90.
Oh, okay. Well then, what's the heaviest mech we've seen? I'm not gonna say
Highlander.
anything. Yeah, we're about to see something heavier.
No. We did see a Banshee from the Commando Orgy House in the first round,
Ah, yes. Okay.
which is a
Well,
95-ton mech.
we're gonna see some. It looks like they have switched up their teams a little bit. I don't want to say too much yet. Have you gotten an invite, Icarus? Oh, you need to accept
I now
your
have
invite.
an invite.
There you go. There you go.
Board. Wrong party.
There you go. All right, there your team won.
Excellent. I have about
Oh, that's
about
right.
10
Khatib
minutes.
Khatib just pointed out that we had a DDC Atlas yesterday. Correct. Totally forgot about that.
Oh yeah, we did.
Ike, do you have 10 minutes before you have to go?
Yeah, we need to launch if possible.
I'm gonna bring Khatib in here. You.
Okay.
Hey, Khatib, I moved you in here because Icarus may be pulling out here a little bit.
Hey, Steve, how are ya?
Good, how you doing, man?
Doing good.
All right, we
A
should
lot
get
of
started
action.
soon. So if this
That was an
round,
exciting first round.
yeah,
Great.
if this match goes to a third round, then Khatib, you will probably ref it. So
Sure, no problem.
looks like everybody's almost ready. And what did you think about that, Khatib?
That was the reason why we brought twin DDC or twin ECMX in round 2 in case they switch to an LRM build. That way, if you get one guy narked, you can have the double bubble of ECM to prevent the narc from doing anything on the whatever one of your ECM mechs get narked.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I would be shocked if we don't see first Grunwald bring 2 ECMs this round.
Yeah. I never thought about that actually. I knew you could just bring ECM, but I didn't think about bringing 2 to have the double bubble effect.
Right. Negate your initial
Yeah.
effect.
Yeah, that way if they narc your one ECM mech, you're not completely screwed.
Right.
All right, we're waiting for one more to ready up.
So just for the viewers, let's clarify. If you narc an ECM mech, ECM is completely negated.
That is correct.
Yes.
Once the ECM mech gets narked, its ECM bubble is completely shut off, unless you're underneath another ECM bubble.
Gotcha. All right. Good to
All
understand.
right, are we all green over there, Ike?
We are ready on this side, and the tonnage is 10 tons under.
All right then.
There's been a change in their assault mech. There's been a couple.
All right, we're about to start. Come on, you can start. And we're in.
And I'm actually playing video this time.
Yeah, go ahead, take over that overlay, man. All right, Ike, you and I will go ahead and get started on this commentary. Alright, so
Hey.
on home wreckers, we've got 2 Banshees, a Firestarter, and a Blackjack. My favorite Blackjack, the BJ1.
Excellent. On this side, we've got our 2 Cataphract 3Ds again. We've got Riot giving his quack quack that he gave before they decimated us in the first round. And let's see. We've got the 2 Cataphract 3Ds, and the Highlander has moved to a Stalker. The Cicada has dropped down to a Raven 3L. It's possible they may be trying to actualize that same LRM strategy we saw from the Homewreckers last round.
And we're already getting some action.
Like we've already got a Narc out.
So they actually just turned it right back on them.
They're playing that same game.
Now, BMR has a 3 AC5 Banshee. Riot does not have Narc or ECM. Got an AC20 Blackjack and another AC5 Banshee. So these guys are all set to brawl.
And they're not set for any sort of cover from the rain.
Yeah, it looks like.
Wow, Raflik has got himself up over that edge, and he took a lot of damage.
Oh, he's chasing him down. Riot is chasing him down. He's going
The
for those
Gauss
legs.
rifle's coming out. He's trying to suppress that light. He's trying to get that light to stop chasing them, but they can't make contact with their weapons. Every Gauss rifle round has hit the terrain. Oh, there
Riot
it is, the
loses his leg.
With Riot's leg out, their ability to scout will be a lot more difficult. And with that Banshee still under fire with that Narc, it looks like they're going to take a lot of damage here in the early moments of this game.
Not to mention the ability to make that Raven just go away.
That's right. That's right. And the first Grunwald is actually advancing on the enemy position. They're not here to. They're not playing defensively. This is a push. It's a heavy push, and they have an LRM lock. LRMs are coming in. Will that Banshee be able to get to cover in time? That's a slow mover.
I think they're so desperate to stop him that they're shooting at the missiles. I just saw them shooting at him.
Yeah. That Banshee's not going to be able to do anything before he loses an arm, and conversely, a hard point.
And first Grunwald has already crested the hill with their cataphracts. Banshee has lost a side torso.
Arm is down. Fortunately for that Banshee, he didn't have any weapons in that shield arm, and it actually protected him from a lot of the damage spread from these missiles. Now Taja's let go a volley into the ground. It looks like he's going to try to get back on that Narc beacon. Visser is right up on the edge of all 3 of these mechs with his Gauss rifles.
Crit CT.
And he's trying to put a Gauss rifle in that Banshee to get that final damage to make sure he drops.
And
if he can get over this hill, that's it. Raflik's going to come around.
Down.
Yep, and he's instantly looking for that shot, that laser battery, but he gets the Narc off at the same time while all those lasers are soaking in. That Narc's going to allow him to take that Blackjack, and it looks like this is going to be the strategy that's going to win them this game. That Blackjack is already stripped on its right side, center is now stripped, and the laser batteries keep opening up. He's not going to be able to take another shot.
We're going to a 3rd round.
With a 3-minute game, that is one of the shorter matches we've seen in the tournament.
How do you react to that though? I mean, you would think that, normally when someone brings LRMs, you're like, okay, we'll bring an anti-LRM drop deck next round. But they simply brought the LRM drop deck to counter because they predicted what homewreckers would do.
Well, and what's interesting is that they actually kept their DFS online. They brought just enough LRMs to actually attack from a distance and make it feel like they're being, rained on like in the previous game. But the truth is, with them able to deal so much direct fire damage while they're trying to focus on not getting narked, not getting hit by missiles, that enemy team has been clustered up and has been focusing too much on the terrain of their retreat and not on the distance. And without being able to put enough distance between all those mechs that can deal so much point damage, there's not a chance.
Okay, it looks like they're going to switch lobbies again, so I'm going to head down there and...
just as a note, Red Sail,
Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and drop out of this game. It's been a pleasure, and I'll be on with y'all in a couple hours.
Alright, man.
Later, Icarus.
What were you going to say, Army?
I didn't get the end of round screen that time in the spectator mode.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Okay.
For the record, they were not shooting their lasers at the LRMs. There was actually a UAV that was up right above.
Yeah, I saw that after I said that. Then Yeah, you're right though. They were firing at us
Oh
already.
no more
I was
LRMs!
confused because I was looking at a Banshee and I was watching the Blackjack look up in the air and just shoot at the sky. I'm like, is he shooting the LRMs? Yeah, I didn't see the UAV.
Please
You're right,
make it
though.
stop!
That's how
Anything!
Stalker was able to maintain that lock when the fire starter was chasing the Raven away.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna head down there real quick.
Well, so Khatib, they didn't take the 2 ECM like you thought, well, like you sort of predicted. But what I'm surprised is Homewreckers didn't take any ECM.
Yeah, I think you have to bring at least one on this map just because the lines of fire are so beneficial for ECM or for missiles that you need to have some kind of insurance against it, so you've got some kind of protection.
Oh, hey Army, I don't mean to interrupt you guys, but before I drop off, I just got an email from Carl Berg. He says we're good to go on Spectator. So
Excellent, excellent.
I'll be good on that. I'll go ahead and confirm with you before the game. If you're on TeamSpeak, I'll try and get with you to work out how it works and try and run a practice.
that'd be perfect.
All right, talk to y'all soon.
So sounds like when I'm in match, we'll have a actual spectator camera. Excellent.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised that they still brought heavy direct fire with their one LRM boat. I mean, because I really don't think you want to go all in on that one particular strategy. I think you want to be able to have something to joust in that sniper battle, so that way you're not just completely useless if you don't have a missile lock for your team.
Well, I think you can actually go all in like Homewreckers did the first time, but only when you do have that element of surprise. When first Grunwald really didn't see it coming, it just completely, well, wrecked their homes.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I think what really turned this around though was instead of playing reactively and getting ECM mechs, the first Grunwald switched up their strategy. They knew that Homewreckers would not take an LRM build again, or I'm guessing they had a pretty good guess that they wouldn't, and they just simply turned it back on them. And they also played multiple fields instead of just LRM, so they could, like you were saying, they could play multiple fields. But I mean, how do you react to that? Your team is playing proactively. I mean, your enemy team is playing proactively instead of reacting to you. I mean,
I would take at this point, like I was mentioning last night in the post game, if the two teams actually push on each other, you can be in each other's face very quickly with these two spawn points. I mean, if I was kind of expecting one of the teams, especially when they're not bringing the LRM build, I was expecting to see the Homewreckers just try and take it to them.
yeah, I was expecting that too, but I think they just decided they were going to sit in that spot, and then they got hunkered down whenever they saw that Raven. I think that kind of scared them a little bit. They didn't know what to do after that. But
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to hunker down, that's one of the worst spots because the walls aren't steep enough that you can really get effective cover from LRMs. So you really need to. That's not a good spot to just try. A, because you're on the low ground, and B, because it doesn't provide enough cover from LRMs. You need to find a different spot if you're gonna make a defensive stand someplace. That's not the place to do it on the map.
yeah, absolutely. But
Yeah,
they have
you're
probably
certainly
about
going to
7
need
minutes.
more sheer cliffs to hide from the LRMs than
Yeah,
these
they don't
sort of
have-
sloping cliffs that they have in the D2 on the 2 line.
I mean, I can't even think of what to expect after this, though. I mean, I would think that if anything, they're gonna. I don't know. I think they would probably take a drop deck that is more DFS that they can poke from far away and ECM. I would think that Homewreckers wants to be prepared for everything. Because I wouldn't know how to react to that, to be honest. But
Just as a quick note, DFS is direct fire support, so that's going to be your
Yes.
Gauss rifles and your large lasers. And
Gauss rifle is a little bit more sniper, but yeah, it would be. DFS is
well,
like AC5,
as opposed
AC2.
to indirect fire support, is what I mean.
Yes. Yes.
Now, have we actually seen any changing of? Because I noticed both teams have 5 players in each of their TeamSpeak channels. Have they actually been swapping out members entirely?
They have. First Grunwald has been. I've been pronouncing his name wrong, but Ty and not Taj is now the drop commander. It was Nessus, but they switch him out. Yeah, they are switching people out a little bit. It seems like they came prepared to switch out members if they need to. It looks like Homewreckers have too, but I'm not sure if they've been switching out guys or not.
Unfortunately, I can't see IFF indicators, so I don't know if people have been switching out or not.
But yeah, they're a Polish team, and I was pronouncing Ty's name as Taj. It's pronounced Ty.
There is a J in it, so it's understandable.
Yeah, but I mean, it's all right. I mean, I asked him if I was pronouncing it right, and he said we would love it if you said Ty, and I was like, all right, we'll call it Ty.
Works for me.
But still waiting on that invite. They have 5 minutes left. I can only imagine that both teams are rushing back to the mech bay right now.
Oh yeah.
Both these teams are pretty aggressive, and they're smart in what they want to bring each time. So. Oh, it looks like I was wrong. Zyphoid just pointed out at the last match, not this one, that the Jägermech was not actually protecting the. Oh, and he was, but
he was also a learn boat.
Yeah, he was also a learn boat. That's my bad. I mean, that explains why they were able to take down mechs so quickly. I mean, they were all LRMs.
Yeah, and that's a hell of a gamble that you're just counting on being able to take them out before they can close ranks with you.
Yeah, it definitely is. I had to hand it to Riot again, though. I mean, he was doing really, really well narking those targets. But I think this round he overextended himself trying to chase that Raven away, which is admirable of him. But he did overextend, and that was his downfall.
Well, one of the largest tenets of being a really, really good light pilot is to never engage into a combat scenario in which you can't run away. And unfortunately, when he was on the side of the Caldera, well, he had 2 cataphracts pointing Gauss rifles at him. So you're not going to last long as a light pilot if there are any good shots.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he almost legged that Raven too. He almost had it, but they got his leg before they got his leg before they could.
The thing is, even if he had managed to leg him at that point, it would have prevented the Raven from getting there and being able to really do the narc duty anymore. But he wouldn't have been able to actually finish the Raven off before he had to get back to his team.
Yeah, that's true. Ooh, man, I woke up like early an hour before this match started. I'm like, oh, I have a match to start today.
I cracked open a monster, so I've got my commentator juice right here.
Yeah, slept in all day today. All right, looks like they're running out of time. They've got 3 minutes left.
That's the thing with both teams having brought very disparate builds between the 2 matches. I mean, really, you're just playing a rock paper scissors game in the dark.
That's exactly what I was thinking. That's exactly what it is. I mean, I couldn't have said that any better.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you're going for are you going to go all in with just the LRM strategy or the direct fire strategy, or are you going to try and play a safer build with the double ECM bubble like I was talking about earlier, or just something else of that nature?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, with there's only a few mechs that can actually field ECM, so if you're doing double ECM bubble, you're really limiting your choices in what sort of mechs you can field.
Right.
Oh, that's right. Homewreckers are part of Sad Panda group, or they're at least a part of the Sad Panda group. I don't know much about them, but I know they are really competitive in Star Trek Online, but I don't know. Does anybody know anything about the Sad Pandas?
I do not know anything about them.
Yeah, I don't.
Nothing more than they're competitive in Star Trek Online. That's what they put in their little history blurb.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that wasn't it. CSAND who knew a little bit about them. I think it was somebody.
No, but I'll be facing them later today.
Oh yeah. I think the way we're gonna do your match is we're probably just gonna put Icarus stream it, and
Yeah,
we'll just stream from
and
cockpit view.
oh no, I contacted Carl Berg, and Icarus has spectator privileges, so you'll have spectator
Oh.
cam.
Oh. Well then, I don't think he knows that.
He does.
He does.
Oh, he does.
You were down in the team channels getting everything ready when I was talking with Icarus about it.
Oh, well then, that's wonderful.
Ta-da!
Yeah. Very
Yeah,
cool.
PGI is a cool dude. He makes mechs and doesn't afraid of anything.
Yeah. All right. Team 1. I just got into the lobby. We're waiting on first Grunwald to get into match. I wonder if both teams will be super aggressive this round, or if both teams will play defensively.
Kind of hoping to see a brawl, just so we get the nice roll-ended package of every single fighting style in one match.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Well, both teams have fielded brawling drop decks so far, but a brawl really hasn't broken out yet because the other team was LRM boats, more or less.
Yes. All right. I'm gonna tell them to invite you, Katib. And you know how this works. Just grab a spider and go kill yourself.
Already in a spider.
Sweet. Although for your match, Army, I might go ahead and get all the commentators in here just to make fun of you. That's kind of
well, I mean, it's easy enough to be fair.
Yeah.
I mean, I only have been talking shit about you and Rocco for the past week.
Yeah. I think Rocco would. I think I might just get Rocco in here just so he can talk shit about you.
I would not blame you. Hell, I invite it.
Yeah. No, but that would be Here Because Beer versus Team Jackie Chan at 5 p.m. Central. So that would be an interesting match for sure. We haven't seen anything from Team Jackie Chan yet. So.
C-Sand was with us on Wobbly Wednesday, but I wasn't able to see any of his tricks because, you know, drinking.
Yeah. Did you get an invite from them?
He just sent me a friend invite. I should be getting a lobby invite here shortly.
Okay.
There it is.
And they should move you down to Team 2. Awesome. Alright, does everything look good on your end? They're in their tonnage?
Full team's going to be set to now.
Oh, yeah.
Just need to make sure they're under 300.
In tonnage. They're actually dropping 10 tons underweight right now.
Oh, this is a build we have not seen yet from Homewreckers. Something totally different. Alright, I will... Alright, I've got a green. Alright, we will drop soon. And we're in.
And I'm in. And streaming video, so we're good to go.
Yeah.
So this will be the start of the final game of match 2 of round 2. Homewreckers versus team, the first Grunwald Iron Fist.
Alright, I didn't get a chance to see what they had. Right, with his quack quack again. Zyphoid for the purple duck? What?
Don't question it.
Oh yeah, that's right, they're Merrick. So Zyphoid is in the Jaegermech, Riot's in his Raven, Thunderbolt is in his Cataphract, and then BMR is in his DDC.
It looks like we have the same build from first Grunwald with 2 3D Cataphracts, a 3L Raven, and a Stalker 5M.
Mm-hmm. Right,
So is that Stalker 5M packing Lerms?
I'll let you know shortly.
And actually, Khatib, hey look, the Homewreckers are fielding 2 ECMs, a Raven 3L and a DDC.
Mm-hmm. Alright,
Better late than never.
Yeah, but they still got that Raven with the Narc on him, and their Atlas has LRMs.
Yeah, the Stalker has LRM 60, 4 mediums and tag.
Yeah, but the Atlas is the only one with LRMs. Everybody else is set for Brawl.
Those Cataphracts are double Gauss, 3 mediums.
Yeah, it looks like they're pretty balanced build, the Homewreckers are. But Riot is narking and tagging targets, but he is crit in the cockpit. Oh man. Doesn't look either team wants to move here. I think it would be unwise for Homewreckers to move out in the open though, since most of their team is not a GFS. But they are trying to get that early damage out with those LRMs. That's probably what the Atlas is for, just to get a little bit of early damage in, and then they'll probably rush in.
We have Rafleek moving up, closing the distance a little bit. Oh, now I just ran back to his team.
And the Homewreckers are putting up base inside the little city in Bravo 3, right at their spawn. They want to play defensively this round. They're using the cover of the buildings here.
First Grunwald's still preoccupied thinking they're at the Caldera over towards the D5 region. Now they're rotating right.
Well, the Homewreckers do have a Raven Scout over in that Caldera area, so it's a good ploy.
So the Homewreckers definitely want to play defensively this round. They want to wait for them to pull it. They want to wait for the first Grunwald to push in, and then they will turn it into a brawl, I would think.
First Grunwald's Raven has seen that the Caldera is clear. Oops, except now the 2 Ravens have encountered each other.
And they're going out for the fight.
Light fight! Light fight!
They're circling each other. They are down to fight. They're gonna fight this one out, it looks like.
And Lerms are coming
Riot
in.
just narc him? Did Riot just narc that light? I think Riot just narked him and left.
Oh!
No, Rafleek doesn't appear to be narked.
Oh, okay. And Riot does have a UAV he has not used yet. He's trying to narc that
Now Riot
Raven.
is narked now.
And here come the LRMs.
But the Stalker, I think, is too far out of range. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
I think
Stalker's
so,
1,300
yeah.
meters out.
He's too far out, he can't rain on him.
Homewreckers are still content to sit at that little oil refinery place, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Has Riot changed over to counter?
Now he's in counter. He keeps switching back between disrupt and counter. He's pretty trigger happy with it. I think he's doing it really adaptively. Can't even say that word.
Got 1 Cataphract on the Caldera rim. Looks like the rest of the team's still sitting over there. They're getting spread out a little bit here.
Oh, the Cataphract is over the ridge. He tried to narc him. But now Riot is crit CT.
Which is a death sentence for a Raven if he gets too far exposed.
Yeah. I sort of feel that the Raven should kind of pull back for now, let the first Grunwald get a little antsy to see if they do, and then use that Raven to narc them once they get a little bit closer.
Well, first Grunwald has spotted the Homewreckers in the oil refinery district. The Raven is firing his dual ER large at the Atlas and Cataphractic Jaeger over there.
Looks
He
like Homewreckers.
actually only has single regular large laser, 2 mediums, and an arc.
That's a different build than we're used to seeing.
I think the Homewreckers just want to sit here. They don't want to take any conflict yet until they get closer. So they're avoiding first Grunwald from poking over and taking pot shots. The Atlas is not really in a position to be firing his LRMs, though.
The opposing Cataphract is narked right now. One of the 3Ds for first Grunwald is narked, but Homewreckers are far too far out of range to actually take advantage of it and drop alarms on them.
First Grunwald is in their Stalker and their Cataphract up towards the Caldera now. So they're starting to move forward a little bit. What's the time at, Red Sail?
The time is at 8:47 remaining.
So we're nearing the halfway point.
Like the entirety of first Grunwald's rotating right towards the D5 region.
I'm actually surprised that we haven't seen more conflict on this ridge in D5. That's usually the focal point of like 12-man groups, is a push one way or the other over this ridge. And
the Raven has pulled back. He is now in Bravo 3 near the city with everybody. He's trying to get the high ground.
Grunwald is advancing with his Stalker through the Caldera. The Raven around the right-hand side of the of this little field area.
Yeah, there isn't a whole lot of cover on this side. If they get tagged, they could be in trouble here.
The Raven is running off through the 2 line, or the 3 line. See if he can probably get some narcs in.
They'll have the opportunity.
Yep, he
They're
definitely
Raven.
does. And he just narked the Stalker.
And here comes the missiles.
They haven't even spotted him yet. He's right behind them, just narking them.
They just moved DCM in. Ooh! He
Ooh.
just got team killed.
Oh, wow.
No way! Damn, I missed
Double
it.
Gauss rifle to the back.
Poor Raven.
Oh, that's
And-
gotta be... That's
Yeah.
gotta be unfortunate, the amount of just rage going through their minds.
Yeah, and that
And now-
takes the
now-
ECM bubble out of
Yep.
first Grunwald, so they're just getting rained on now.
Wow. Can't imagine how upset he must feel about that.
They have no clue where that Raven is, do they?
No, they don't. He's
Yeah.
narking him from behind.
To be fair, neither do I, but I don't have any IFF indicators.
Yeah. He's narking him from behind in D3. Alright, he's about to come in front of this Cataphract. Yep, he's right in front of him. I think he missed that narc though. Nope, he narked him.
Ah, there he is. I found him.
I mean, really though, Homewreckers don't need to move anymore. This requires the first Grunwald to push.
Yeah, this Raven needs to just book back to. Hopefully they're in D3.
Oh, that was a big hit.
He almost didn't book soon enough.
Yeah. Did you catch that shot on?
I did catch it.
Yeah, that was a close one.
Did that hit the hill right next to him?
No, it hit his leg.
Ah.
I
I was trying to check for smoke, which is the visual indicator of a
No,
highly
it
damaged
just hit
part.
I think it barely hit his leg.
This Raven might get sniped.
Oh,
There it is.
And there he
down.
goes.
Wow, what a shot!
It is now 1-1. So this game could go either way.
Did
He
you
should have
catch
just
that?
run straight back into the city and sat.
Now the difference here between the LRM Stalker and the LRM DDC is that the DDC does have an ECM bubble that it can hide behind if it weren't for this tag.
I'm still kind of gawking over that Raven shot. That was crazy. we've turned this into a poking battle. However, Thunderbolt and the rest of the Homewreckers do have good cover within these buildings. But it makes it difficult with those extended hitboxes. I'm pretty sure, though, Caustic Valley has some pretty decent hitboxes.
Yeah, it's one of the maps that's been around the longest, so they've certainly been able to do a couple of hitbox passes over the map, just to tighten up hitbox detection here and there, unlike HPG Manifold. Cough, cough!
They don't want to move, though. They want to stay at their base. We may see a tie
dry
here.
fire Lerms.
And we have Grunwald with a Cataphract actually rotating left and advancing towards the Homewreckers. Sort of, they're quite spread out, the Iron Fist.
Yeah. Only problem is that there's so many buildings in this little tight space. They keep firing into the walls.
They're actually firing mediums to try and just get that little red blurb so they know where to fire their Gauss rifles at.
See a tag coming in on those buildings. What mech did we lose for the first Grunwald?
Raven.
They both lost their Ravens.
Oh, they both lost their weapons, wow. This match is down to the wire. We're running at 3 minutes left now. These teams need to either push in or...
We might actually see the first tie in the Beer Warrior Brawl if this continues.
But BMR is crit CT and he's in the Atlas DDC and he's trying to hide himself.
The Scarab's got a pretty nasty Overwatch position in his double Gauss 3D on the city. Up on top of that hill in C3.
They can't really seem to get a good shot on him either. They don't want to move. They want to play this. They want to wait this one out, it looks like. I think they're hoping to get maybe one pot shot off in the match there, but we're now running at almost 2 minutes here.
And it looks like the Stalkers actually got eyes on the DDC with its tag.
The DDC is getting rained on.
Grunwald is moving forward with its 3D.
They've got a ping on motion sensor.
They're moving up.
They see a really quick and dirty brawl. This one's getting intense.
Down to the wire.
Remaining mechs for Grunwald are fresh.
And the mechs for Homewreckers are not.
Homewreckers are retreating. They're seeing this push come from the Iron Fist, and they're just running away.
I think they want this to go to a tie, especially since Homewreckers do have a little bit more damage on them than the first Grunwald. We're at 1 minute and 20 seconds.
And we've got a Cataphract entering the oil refinery.
Those pings are getting close. We are not 1 minute. If this goes to a tie, they will simply switch sides.
Cataphract knows he's in ECM range. Trying to rotate around to get a shot on that Atlas.
We're now at 45 seconds.
Gauss rifles are actually dry for Vizcare. He has no Gauss rifle ammo left.
30 seconds.
He is hightailing it out of the city.
$20 seconds.
The 3D is swinging around the side for Iron Fist, but I don't think he'll get in range.
The match will end in 10, 9, 8, 7.
If they're gonna make a move, they gotta make it now.
They're not. They're pulling
3,
back. It's
2, 1, and we have a tie.
Going around 4.
So round 4 works. We just simply switch sides. Oh, we're gonna do this. Wow, what a game.
Well, if it wasn't for the team kill, Iron Fist would have actually taken this.
Yes, that is true. But a team kill counts as a kill. We have no rules regarding that, so that will still count as a tie.
So
Wow, what a match!
what a match. They'll switch sides this time, but if they come to
They
another
go to
draw,
another,
then it'll
just
go
go
to conquest.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and grab him. Be right back.
And I will be right back.
All right, they figured out the rules, and I mean, they homewreckers were already expressing their. You can tell everybody's hype is up right now. They're all really quiet. When we first came into this game, both teams were kind of talking. They were excited, but now both teams are super quiet. Like they're stressed. I can only imagine how much like crazy thoughts are going through their mind right now after that match.
Well,
And
especially with the I assume that you guys are talking about homewreckers with their crit CT Atlas,
oh
sort of
yeah,
just waiting for the hammer to drop.
I
Oh no, are they
know,
gonna push?
it
Are
was
they not? I'm just gonna hide
yeah.
behind this building, guys.
The amount of adrenaline right now going through their heads must be out the roof.
This scare
Um,
had a shot there. If he could have, like, he had a shot that pile because they were just all piled behind that one building. If he had made him to land that his last two Gauss rounds in the Atlas, that would have been the end of the game right there.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Did you happen to get the end of match score card on this one?
Unfortunately,
Army?
not.
Oh,
Sometimes it pops up, sometimes it doesn't.
oh, I see. Okay, but I guess I should be screenshotting it then. But it's not that big of a deal since we're here. We know who wins. I just like having the end of match screen, just so we can go back and look at it. But not a big deal. But I mean, homewreckers were just like they expressed their gratitude that they lost their Raven from that team kill. I was like, I'm not going to tell first Grunwald that, but okay. Yeah, they were.
Thanks for throwing the match, guys. We'll see you next
Yeah, it
match.
was.
See you next
That was so
game.
close, and
Ooh,
I
oh
can't
man.
imagine the thoughts going through their head after that loss of that Raven. I mean, that's got to be a little bit of a. I mean, I'm like during my match, whenever I overextended and we lost the game because of it, it was kind of like I hated myself so much for that, and that's an accident and a mistake that anybody could have. You know, that sucks to go through that. So I got my feelings go out towards them for that. But
Yeah,
Well,
imagine if Conrad bringing the wrong Raven to our drop last night had ended up costing us the game. He would have been pretty upset with himself too.
oh yeah,
the next question is going to be what drop decks are they going to bring to this tiebreak? Are they going to go with like the Homewreckers double ECM bubble, or are they going to go something different? Maybe something brawly, maybe something sniper.
well I would think that the first Grunwald are going to take a similar build to the way just took, and they're probably going to be a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah, I mean they
Um,
didn't change from round 2 to round 3, so I don't anticipate them changing.
Yeah, I would think that they're probably just going to change their tactics up a little bit. They're going to be a little bit more aggressive, while the Homewreckers may change their style up. I would think that they would probably bring brawler builds, and they would need to be aggressive because they can't just sit in that building again, in that city again, and just take fire from them.
Yeah, this time Homewreckers, or the first Grunwald spawns in the oil refinery, whereas the Homewreckers
Oh yeah,
spawn
that's
in the
true.
canyon.
Yeah, then yeah, I would think that the Homewreckers are going to have to push and be really aggressive here. I mean, is there a good spot to defend for that spawn, Kativ?
Not that not that really we found. I mean, if you're on that side and you want to play a defensive battle, you basically just got to straight up abandon that side, and then
Yeah.
just try and make your way, like cut over the Caldera and head to D5 if you want to try and get up and set up in that area.
Yeah.
But there's not really a good place, especially if you know the other team's at least going to be bringing some amount of lerms.
A non-zero number of lerms.
The homewreckers want to get into a sniper war with First Grunwald. I think that First Grunwald, with both their dual Gauss cataphracts, has kind of established the fact that they're there to win that war, and that's going to be a battle that they're going to win. I really don't think that homewreckers wants to play into that strength.
Yeah. I mean, we saw they've got some good snipers on their team too. We took out that Raven, and every shot has either been close or right on target.
What was the Jaeger an AK-40 Jaeger?
It was an AC-40.
Yeah.
And then the cataphract was a Gauss mech.
I don't know actually. I think it was though. No, I don't know now. I don't remember.
Yeah, because I was never spectating when somebody got a good sensor lock on it, so I never got to see what the loadout was.
Yeah, I'll do a better job of see if we can get an idea of what their loadouts are now.
I'm guessing it was probably actually like a Brawly build, maybe like the 4 medium
think it
laser
was,
standard
actually.
engine AC-20.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking because I remember seeing AC5s on it or something.
Because that way, like hiding in the city would actually make sense if you've got 2 Brawly mechs like that are right there.
Yeah. Right. We got 4 minutes left. Man, I'm excited. It's the first time we've seen that. That was a really great match. I mean, that lets me know these two teams are both really skilled. They understand each other, they understand their own teams, and they adapt quickly. I mean, it really is like playing rock, paper, scissors in the dark, and I mean...
Except it's AC-20 Lerms, Gauss, not rock, paper,
But I mean, these two guys understand each other. They're both predicting each other's moves, and it matters. It really matters is who's better at predicting. I mean, you can already see these guys. I mean, in the last round, we saw First Grunwald predicted that homewreckers would take a brawler build, and they prepared for it. They just simply switched it up. They took the extra mile instead of being reactively and taking all 2 ECMs and an AMS, preparing for an anti-LRM. They went LRM and attacked. In this round, I mean, both teams are playing really, really differently. I mean, we haven't seen the same tactic twice. I got beer. This is good. This is the mech porn action I want.
Here's a question to chat. How are the spectator camera angles? Are you liking the different views on the action?
We'll wait 5 minutes for them to reply.
Yeah, it'll be a bit.
Yeah, there is a little bit of a lag on it. It's kind of on purpose. So, do you actually have a delay on yours, or is it just naturally being delayed?
It's just naturally being delayed by Twitch.
Yeah. It is a pretty big delay too. It's at least like 10 seconds.
Oh, it's like 30 or 45 seconds.
Oh, really? Okay.
Well,
mine only delays like 10 seconds. This yours is different.
Yeah, it's like a 30-40 second delay for me too.
Yeah, that's good though. They said that the views look good.
Thank you, Craig. I appreciate the compliments. Mostly good.
They have 2 minutes left.
And in about 2 hours, Team Jackie Chan and Here Because of Beer will be duking it out on Caustic as well.
Yeah. Hopefully Icarus has a little bit of time to play around with the spectator mode before we get started.
I hope to get him up to speed before everything goes down.
Yeah. He has a meeting he had to go to. I don't know when he'll be back.
Oh, it's Ihasa.
Alright, they are about to run out of time, and that is the 10-minute mark.
I have a lobby invite.
Oh, good. No lobby for you. Alright, I have an invite too. Alright.
I'm not a vampire. I don't need an
Conquest would be the next
invitation.
round.
Conquest, we don't need to. Right now it's not Conquest, it'll be Conquest if they go to tie again.
Right, but do they know that?
I'll tell them if it gets to that point.
Okay.
I don't want them to suddenly get a tie just because they want to do Conquest.
Although it has been laid out in the rules, so technically they should know it, but they don't have to at the moment.
I don't think I've actually typed out that rule. Have I?
Huh.
I think I
don't
have.
think we ever planned for round 5.
Yeah. Alright, are we all good over there?
We are green here, and everyone's in tonnage here.
Okay, we are green. They will drop soon. And we're in. Alright, I'll announce what homebreakers are bringing as soon as we start. Okay, homewreckers have got their... They have not changed.
Either is Grunwald.
They've got their DDC, Jaegermech, Raven, and Cataphract 3D.
Yeah, we've got Twin 3Ds, the Stalker 5M, and the Raven 3L.
And the Iron Fist is already moving out of the oil refinery and towards the caldera. And homewreckers actually should already have a view on them from the Raven.
Alright, I'm dead now. Looks like homewreckers have pushed over into E2, into the little area with the little rises, little rock placements.
And the 2 Ravens are already tag dueling.
The 2 3D Gauss 3Ds have Overwatch on the C3 hill.
Yeah, they don't want to change up their strategy. I think they were pretty content with that one, and they wanted to use it again.
You said the other team's posting up in like E2, or are they moving?
Yeah, no, they're staying in E2, E3, in that little area with the rock rises.
Right.
Oh, he has narked that cat, or has he? I think he missed it, actually.
Yeah,
Although I noticed that the Jaegermech is not an AC-40 Jaegermech, it's a Lerm Jaegermech.
Now he's got it. He narked the Cataphract. Ooh, but takes a Gauss round.
Yeah, he
Oh,
looks
see-
like he's sitting awfully still when he fires those narcs.
Yeah.
This
That
cataphract
cataphract's
is
doing a good job of
way
staying
too far
UAV
far
goes up.
range.
UAV goes up on Homewrecker side. Ooh, and Riot overextends a little bit. He's got to pull back.
Grunwald actually also has a UAV up right now. Twin UAVs.
And LRMs are going out. LRMs are going out on Visair, and they lose target.
And one of the UAVs goes down.
That was Homewreckers.
Yeah, I don't think they noticed Grunwald's yet. And that Riot just took another Gauss shot to the face.
Yeah, those. It looks like they have a dual ECM, so those narcs only last so long. One LRM goes out on
Ooh,
Darkrov.
I bet you I think he dropped another UAV, didn't he?
Homewreckers don't have another one up, I don't think.
Because they got Lermlock, so maybe he narked this one cataphract I'm spectating.
Yeah, he narked him. They're getting narcs out, but they're only lasting a little bit of time.
Yeah, because the Ravens doing a good job of bodyguarding whoever gets narked.
This cataphract is really extending into the Homewreckers formation.
Yeah, they got him
just
targeted.
waded right in.
Yep, and they're putting shots down on him. So we're putting LRMs at like 78 meters, but
Well,
putting
I
the
mean,
hurt on
it's confetti to celebrate the start of the brawl.
Oh, and they're pushing in. It's turning into a brawl, and down goes Visair and Riot. Oh, Zyphoid is overheated. And Zyphoid is pretty beat up. He is in the Jaeger mech, and that Jaeger mech is also an LRM build.
And the Jaeger mech goes
Zyphoid
down.
Goes down.
So now, 3 mechs left for Iron Fist versus the 2 left for the Homewreckers.
Two Gauss mechs are going at it. Dark Crow's crit CT. Bravo's crit side torso.
And For the Win goes down.
The only mech left for the Homewreckers is their Atlas DDC.
The EMR, he's pretty fresh, but he won't last long against their entire team.
He should take this cataphract down. Dark Crow's crit in the CT.
The Atlas has lost an arm at least.
And this looks like the end of our match. And he's down. Wow, what a game.
And
It's been good.
Iron Fist takes the second round versus Homewreckers. 2-1 to 1 tie.
Yeah, that was very interesting. Wow. So, I will